What it do? What it do? What it do? This is My Perspective Podcast, man. We are missing one of three, man. Jamie is not here today, but we gonna turn up for it. You feel me? I'm your girl, TTRLA.
It's your girl. They call me PYT, and this is episode seven.
Siete.
Seven. You got it right today.
Oh yeah, look at my Spanish. Bueno.
I think.
Man, this is our Father's Day episode. Shout out to all the dads out there, stepdads, pseudo dads, which is the stepdads, real dads, dads that are here, dads that are past, just in everybody who is in the dad role. Shout out to you because a lot of times dads don't get the appreciation they need. So those of you who stepped up to the plate and wasn't just a sperm donor for a tree,
Mm-hmm.
we can see
Mm-hmm. We can
you.
see.
We can see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Now, we got a couple little topics going on. I could start them. I could start us off with it. You want rock paper scissors?
Okay.
All right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That excites me. I'm sorry. I'm a big ass. All right, ready. We doing shoot?
Yeah.
All right. Rock paper scissors shoot. God damn! I think you cheated.
I go first. Y'all seen that, right?
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, but don't be sleeping on my skills. But So the topic that I wanted to bring up first is Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. But I also want to acknowledge, we have to acknowledge people who have played father figure roles. There are fathers who are incarcerated. There are fathers who are deceased. There are some people whose fathers, they don't have, a biological father in their life. And I think that's a hard job. Sorry, that's a hard job, like hard shoes to fill. My own experience from it, I had a stepdad who was my father. He basically was my father, but I had a stepdad. And even though he was a great father figure and he did everything that he was supposed to do, my older brothers still, it was that confrontation because they had a dad. He he was there for them, taught them how to do ties and all that, like actually, things that men are supposed to teach, their sons, but they weren't receptive, unfortunately. And seeing it's like, that's a hard job for you to come and raise children that are not your own, but you see that their fathers aren't there, and you still take it upon yourself because you love their mother, to be there and no matter what, yeah, we may get into it. Things may be going on as far as us trying to learn one another. But at the end of it all, we all loved him, and rest in peace. His name was Ricky Thorns, rest in peace. But it's a lot of people out there who basketball coaches, football coaches, pastors, youth pastors, it's a lot of people out there who step up and play father figure roles for people, and I feel like they do not get a thank you or they don't get the acknowledgement. So I just want to say, thank you to everybody that step up because you really don't have to.
Hell yeah. Shout out to all the dads. Shout out to all the dads. I think that's true. A lot of times when people are stepping in the dad roles, they a lot of times don't get the respect, that they deserve because they're not the biological father. I have a mom, but I also had a stepmom too as well. So shout out to my stepmom. And it wasn't as if my mom wasn't present, but my dad remarried. And so my stepmom, I treated her, just like she was my mom. And I didn't give her less love than my mother, but I definitely for sure valued my mother because she was my mom. But I definitely gave appreciation to my mom. And so I would assume it's the same thing for a father. And it means a lot. I know for my stepmom, it meant a lot for me when I call her mom and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sure that it means a lot for a man when you have a son or you have some children where you would want you're playing a role like their dad, and you're looking for that. Maybe the man don't have his own kids, or maybe he do have his own kids, but they're not with him. So
Mhm.
he's yearning for that, that type of bond, family bond. You know what I'm saying? So that's always good. So that's good to make sure that your kids out there, if you're listening, make sure that you are treating your step parents, if your biological parents aren't in your life, make
Mhm.
sure you're not being too hard on your step parents and give them some grace. You know what I'm saying?
Especially the ones who come in, like with my stepdad. I've seen where some people come into the household and it's like, you gonna respect me. This is what it is. My stepdad didn't do that. Even though him and my brothers at times it was like that, um, it was that friction, but it always died out. And eventually it's like they became not friends, but they developed a respect for one another because it's like, I'm not your dad. So
Right.
don't have to respect me. You don't got to listen to nothing that I say. You're not my child. I don't have to take care of you. I don't have
Mm.
to respect you. So since we both know this, let's come to a common ground because we can just both be disrespectful to one another, you know?
Right.
And it's like as we grew up and we seen that stopped, it's like, okay, he came into the picture as my mother's husband, as my mom's husband, but he never came into the picture. He never whipped us. He didn't holler at us. He never
Mm.
came into the picture like, I'm the man. He just let us get to know him as he got to know us, and we grew to love him, you know?
Mm.
So shout out to all y'all, man, all y'all fathers that like father figures that understand, you know.
Heck yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. Now, my topic was what makes dads feel appreciated. So since I'm not a dad, obviously, and I'm not a man, I asked a couple of my homies that have children what makes them feel appreciated, and a lot of the same answers that were shared by these different dads that I talked to that I know was that having their kids in their life, you know. So that is very important to dads on Father's Day, having their kids with them so that they can do, fathers stuff that fathers do. I know for me, when before my dad passed, we did a lot of stuff, like we went out to eat, you know what I'm saying? We went to the movies. Me and my dad, we liked that. He liked the movie hop. So we did a lot of movie hopping, sneaking food, you know what I'm saying? Because where we at, we got Temple Hills, they got the Rivertown movie theater, and there's the Camerons right there. Where it was. I don't know if it's still there. And we used to buy the crab, the crab, cream of crab joint, large joint. My brother wear big ass jacket. I wear big ass jacket. We got the sodas. We in that joint. So that's Father's Day shit that we used to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's fun. So I mean, I think the most important answer that I got from my men was, spending time with their kids is the most important for guys. Guys is, I feel like, is pretty simple. You know what I'm saying? Tools if they handy, liquor if they drink,
Some of
and
them.
kids.
Some of them. I feel like if you know the father, then you know what to get him or you know how to appreciate him. But if it's coming from the kids, like you said, it's just spending time with the children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what more can you give than their offspring? And they're spending time with their kids. I talked to my homeboy. His daughter stays with him full time. He's a full time dad, and that's all he wants. He doesn't want anything. He just wants his daughter to succeed in life, you know.
So shout out to the dads, man. Shout out to my good man. Shout out to my man Butter and my man Crump. Those are some real good fathers. Oh, and I asked my cousin Calvin too. So shout out to that nigga. He a good father. He always got some drama with him, but he a good dad. It's not his fault. He a good man. So that's how it be.
Okay.
My second topic, if I'm not mistaken, was does a person losing a parent create a butterfly effect in their life? And so, for those of you who are not maybe familiar with the butterfly effect, it's like a situation that happens in your life, is major turning point that like changes the trajectory of your life. And some people don't believe in the butterfly effect. You know what I'm saying? People believe in choices. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it does it. It's not about somebody dying to change your destiny. You know what I'm saying? But it was a question that I had because I was thinking about it. You know what I mean? Being as though for me, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I did lose my dad. I mean, I was an adult, but I was a young adult. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I I got a lot of my dad's teachings, but I feel like if he was still living, I possibly, because I'm not going to say that I would have made the right choices because he was living and I was still making the wrong choices. So I'm not going to say that, but I do feel like his death impacted the way that I dealt with certain things in my life or handle certain situations, which may have ultimately led me to the choices that I made based on maybe not healing because my father, died at such an early age. You know what I'm saying? He was like 50, so that's pretty early. So that's my question.
Well, to answer that, my dad also passed away. I was in my 20s. His death date actually just passed. He passed the day after Memorial Day. I wouldn't say that it changed the trajectory of my life because when I went through things with my mom, that honestly shaped who I am, honestly, as a person. As far as my dad is concerned, when he passed away, it wasn't like I'm gonna go and do wrong or now I'm about to go and try to change to be this type of person. The only thing that I can say that I learned at his funeral and that I felt like I started to pick up was
Mm-hmm.
when his family said at his funeral that he walked away. He just walked away. And for 17 years, that's what he chose to do. He chose not to be around his family. And he just walked away from everybody. And that is something that when I learned that at his funeral, that
Mm-hmm.
was something that always stuck with me. It's not that I don't love people and it's not that I don't care, but
Mm-hmm.
I've developed this thing within myself. My dad been dead since 2014,
Mm-hmm.
2015. Um, 10 years. So for me, I developed within myself that yeah, I've in the last 10 years, I've walked away from a lot of people. I've walked away from a lot of situations. I really don't do so much talking. I feel like that's something that I picked up, honestly. And I was around him. He didn't want to be in my life. I learned that at the funeral. My mother never told me that. So shout out to my mama. She was not one of those women who put down my father. She didn't
Yeah,
put down none of our dads.
do women like that, man. That's important. For real.
But I learned who he was going to his funeral. So I learned why him and my mom didn't work out. I learned who he really was. And it didn't make me look at my mom any less. It just made me look at him like that. It didn't make sense. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. And then you're dead. So it's not like I can ask you. I picked up the walking away from people. That was something I picked up from him. Once I learned that about him, it was just like, okay, I kind of get it. You know, maybe he walked away from people or certain things because it didn't align with him. Maybe he wanted to live his own life. Maybe he didn't like the way people treated him. Maybe he didn't like the way people talked to him. I don't know, but he chose to just walk away from people. So I would say if it's butterfly effect, then I would say that my butterfly effect was not going out in the street and doing wrong. My butterfly effect, I guess, would be that once I learned that my dad kind of didn't do no arguing and he just, hey, deuces, I picked up that.
Is it
And
towards men only, or
huh?
just is it towards men only, or just anybody?
I can't say that it's to men only because he didn't walk out on men only. He walked out on his family and friends. So
Mm,
I picked up that and I said, okay, if it's people around me that don't align with me, or if it's people around me who hurting me, who jealous, whatever it is, throw a deuce and walk away.
Okay, no, that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like from what you're saying that because you know your dad probably wasn't able to give you that honesty as far as what it was. You really have a low tolerance for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You have a low tolerance for people not being honest, being trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? And so it sounds like you a guard up to people in general. You know what I'm saying? And so dads, don't be doing that. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it could hinder a good man from being able to.
No, but the way that you're making it sound is like I'm doing this only to men. And I'm going to say it again. This is in general. This is not to men. I'm a very trusting person, just like how I trust you. If you do something that I feel like you F me over, I'm not going to come to you and sit and have a long drawn out conversation. I'm going to say, you already know how I am. You know what you did. Deuces. And his
I
growth.
know you got to say, can I don't mean to cut you off, but
Go ahead.
I just have to make it understanding. No, I understand that she wasn't saying it about men, but I'm just speaking about because we talk about fathers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying about fathers. Don't do that to your children. Like, don't not be in their lives because you're trying to live a double life or you're trying to live you know what I'm saying, a not honest situation. That's what I'm saying. I understand that what you're saying is that your situation is for everybody, but I'm saying specifically for the dads that created that, don't do that. That's what I'm saying.
And then I'll say specifically for the dads, just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Just be honest because honestly, because I had a father, I never longed for my dad. And I feel sorry for the girls out there because I've had friends like that. I feel sorry for the girls out there who went out there looking for love. But
Yeah.
I never had that problem because I had a dad. I would say to the dads that's out there, if you don't want to be in your child's life, or if you feel that you want to live the life you want to live when your child becomes an adult, just be honest. Just be honest. That's it. Just be honest. Just be honest with your kids. And I feel like men really should like be honest with your kids, especially your children. If you're looking at, like I said, I've had friends who went out looking for love. If you're looking at it from a woman's perspective, a child's perspective, period, your parent is your first love. That's the first person that you fall in love with. So when your parent breaks your heart, you feel me? It kind of makes you feel like, well, other people would do it. I don't feel that way. But as far as to fathers out there, to reply or to add on to what you said, just be honest, just be honest with your kids. Be honest with your kids. Don't lie to your kids. Just be honest with your kids. And it is fathers out there that are honest to their children. And I thank y'all for being honest. You feel me? Keep being transparent with your kids.
Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest to your kids. Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest. Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest to your kids. Don't be lying to your kids. That's a track right there, P. Wackamore.
That's gonna be on Father's Day. That's our song we're gonna put on Father's Day.
Hey, that might be the title all the time. The title and the song. Don't be lying to your kids. Be what you say? Be honest to your
That's
kids.
you. Don't be lying. You made it. Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest with
your kids. Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest to your kids. Talking about to that joint. Hold on. I might gotta send you my vocals. Hey, DJ PY, did my vocals come in yet?
That was like, don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest with your kids.
Don't be lying to your kids. Just be honest to your kids.
My last topic is going to be, I just want to talk about the fathers who day in and day out give their all, whether they're married fathers, single fathers, adopted fathers, The fathers who give their all, who my stepdad did our hair, he washed our clothes, helped us with homework, he took us to school. When my mom worked at night, he had us, we were okay, never no weird stuff going on. All the fathers out there, there are fathers who do those same things. There are fathers who do their kids' hair, may not be the best. There are fathers who sit down with their kids and do homework, not with a belt in hand screaming at them because they don't get the answer right, but really learning your children and learning with your children. The fathers out there who get off work and maybe you don't have no one to watch your child, maybe when you pick your child up, this is full time. So you got to still spend time with your child, then try to get some sleep in, knowing that you got to go to work. And then y'all got to do it all over again. The fathers who express how they feel, but don't complain. The fathers who speak up and say, I'm doing this for my child, I'm doing this for my child, I'm doing this for my child, but they do it all with love, because they know that if they don't do it, if daddy don't do it, it won't get done. So I just want to say, like, to all the dads out there, the full-time fathers, the part-time fathers, because even doing it part-time is a lot. Even picking them up Friday to Sunday is a lot, because you still got to have them 24/7. You feel me?
Yeah.
You still got to pick them up from school. You still got to help out with childcare. You still got to do your part. So whatever, if it's part-time, full-time, half-time, all in, whatever it is, we just want to say, we see you. We see you. We see your struggle. We see you hold your head up high, and we see you do it without making other people feel like they're supposed to do for you. You ain't worried about what nobody doing for you. You ain't worried about what nobody doing for your kids, because you got your kids. That daddy got them. And I just want to say to all the men out there who do it, no chip on your shoulder, head up high. It get hard. You may even think, oh, I should have, but you still here. And I commend you. And I just want to say to all y'all dads out here that's doing it with your head up high and chest out, keep doing it for your babies. Keep doing it for your kids. They're going to love it. They're going to appreciate it. Keep doing it.
And I just want to say, that daddy's home for me. I've been waiting for some loving all day. That daddy's home for me.
You stupid. Nah, but to y'all girls out there, if you have a man in your life that has children and he treats you right, right? You see him take care of his child, treat him right on Father's Day.
That's right. Treat that man right.
Father's Day. He look out for you. He treats you right, like you one of his, right? He take care of baby, so you take care of him on Father's Day.
Take care of him on Father's Day, man. Come on. You heard Beyonce. Let me cater to you.
Cater to you.
This is your man. Baby, come take the stand. I show you a grand.
You know about a grand.
What do he say? I got to get. He from down south, so she say, "I got your dinner, your gizzards, and so much." You feel me? The baby got. She done fried you some gizzards, nigga. Come on Father's Day.
And for all y'all mothers out there that could have been, y'all single mothers because you're single, but all you mothers out there who could have, been a single mother without a father, if the father is in their life and he's taking care of the child, not you, he's taking care of the child and he's there handling his responsibilities, like, not that you have to give him anything, but just say thank you, and say thank you maybe more sincere than you usually say it. Because you could have been by yourself, but you wasn't by yourself, I
hope men is not trying to determine the sincerity of somebody. That's neither here nor there. If man,
because
you trying to determine the sincerity of a bitch,
that's gonna be on Dr. Love.
Problems. I'm gonna just let you know this right now. As a man, I'm no man, but I'm just let you know this is my masculine because I got duality. I'm an Aquarius. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So it's duality, evil, good. I'm just let you know on the duality part, nigga. If you worried about as a man, homie, if you worried about the sincerity of a bitch, you got more shit to fucking worry about, nigga. You got more fish to fry, nigga. And you only got 2 fish. You got 10 people trying to eat. And you worried about the motherfucking sis.
Just take the thank you and just I
Keep
guess.
it moving, nigga. What the fuck? You want the bitch to suck your dick? Just tell her to do that. I'm sorry. We don't want the misrepresentation of my perspective. Because that's crazy. Don't no man should be worried about no sincerity of no woman's nothing. But you know what I realized? Living in LA, so I feeling like I got a big forehead. I don't, for real.
Hey, I
But
got a big forehead, so
and it's okay. Everybody got a Tyra Banks somewhere.
you feel me?
It's all right. But I don't see the big forehead.
Not
Tyra Banks had
today.
a fucking dog. Her motherfucking shit was crazy. PY, you ain't got that, cuz. Cut it out.
I got a big
You
head.
got look, you got big head, I got big head, but it ain't no dome.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll
No
take that.
dome. All
I'll
right.
take that. I ain't got no soup. Yeah, nah.
You ain't got no super dome. You know
No
what I'm
chroma
saying?
down.
You ain't got no chroma dome. You ain't got no cone head. You know what I'm saying? It's some people with cone heads out here. You gotta be blessed. That
Yeah,
God like
when I used to be a preschool teacher, we had a child who had because when you have a child, they tell you shape the baby's head and it's a certain way the child's supposed to sleep.
mm-hmm.
That child head was like, and we would do it. We would massage his head. Yeah, because his
Y'all
head,
massage his head, do what?
like, because when it's a baby's head, it's the most sensitive. It's still forming. It hasn't formed yet as far as the hardness, the skull. So you can still mold it. You're supposed to, what they used to do back then, I don't
My
know.
head was molded. My head was molded.
Child's head. That's why they say kids shouldn't sleep on the back of their head.
Oh yeah.
And they shouldn't sleep, like, because on the back it'll make it flat, but it'll also push it up.
Do I got a flat head?
You can't tell with your dreadlocks.
My mama mold my hair right, PY.
I can't tell with the dreadlocks.
My head is like an oval. My mother. Oh, my mother. Let me call her.
You big forehead.
Your head is molded, right? I got a square head. Mommy, just one question, please. Did you mold my head when I was a baby? Because is my head flat in the back? Yeah, I molded. Mama molded. Grandma molded my head, so my head is shaped right.
What I tell you, grandma, that's an old. I'm telling
you. Okay, thank you. Bye. Gracias.
It's the grannies. The grannies do it. I'm telling you.
Williams.
Grandmothers are so important.
Your skin, did your grandma rub my grandma? I do know this. She rubbed my pee on my skin. My skin's so smooth. It's like.
Yeah, she didn't rub no pee on us, but she did
my own pee. My own pee on my skin.
We didn't do that, but she did rub alcohol. She washed us down with alcohol. She oiled us up. Hair was long. Like, it's just something the grandmothers just. When grandmothers are no longer here, I feel like the world, like, we're really gonna feel it. The world is gonna know it. When that generation is no longer here, it's gonna feel different. It is.
Yeah, but now my brother, me nor my brother have kids, so my mother is not a grandmother. I'm gonna tell you that. So the world ain't missing shit over here, okay? Because we the kids, we still growing. Me and my brother are still. You know what's strange? We gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna just say this. I'm triggering my own memories. So when I was in high school, right, I used to see people that was older, and I used to be like, why the fuck they acting so young? They this age. Now that I'm this age, I'm like, I see. Because you have it, you know what I'm saying? You still young. I don't know if they had kids, but me, I'm young as shit. I ain't got no motherfucking kids. You know
I
what I'm
feel
saying?
like when you always have a young heart, I
Yeah.
think that's what it is. Like it's your heart when
It's
you
the
have.
heart, it's not the kids.
I do. I feel like because they always say a child's heart. I feel like if you still got a young heart, you'll live forever.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably why I feel like a vampire. I feel like I'm not aging past the age of fucking 21. This shit crazy. I feel like I'm in my freshman year of college every day. Like it's like Peter Pan. You know what I'm saying? It's like who wants to fucking be with these fucking adults? Y'all niggas is miserable. Y'all
Exactly.
miserable as shit being an adult. I mean, I'm an adult, but I mean, I'm not miserable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
was miserable. You know, guess what? Guess when I was the most miserable? When I was trying to be in a fucking adult. But when I just thought of being just living life, freedom.
I'll sit up, I'll talk politics, I'll watch the news. But if a child shoot me with a water gun, I'm taking my shoes off and I'm taking off down the street.
You
You got
taking off down the street, you're not getting this water gun back and shooting them?
I'm taking off. He's gonna run when he shoot me. So I'm gonna take my shoes off and I'm taking off down the street. I got you. I don't
You
care
gonna
what.
come back with some shit. That's what you said. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm one of the what can you say? Water play, water balloon champs.
Oh,
I'm
you
one of
water
them
balloon champ?
ones. I'm one of them ones.
I ain't been launching them joints at motherfuckers too.
Cause I get mad. Like you hit me too hard. Water balloons hurt.
They
Okay.
do hurt. It's
When
plastic.
smack your back. Oh, I'm taking my shoes off now. You better take off because I'm finna drown you with this water hose.